How do mathematicians decide whether something is true or false? I mean, how do computers even understand logic? Well, today we're going to master mathematical statements in the absolutely easiest and most visual way possible.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with what a statement actually is, compare simple and compound ones, and look at universal and existential types. Then we'll master logical connectives, decode truth tables, and wrap it all up with some absolute must-know exam tricks.
But hey, before we get into the heavy lifting, I've got a quick question for you. Chocolate ice cream tastes better. Do you think that's a mathematical statement? Take a second, think about it. If you said no, you hit the nail on the head. You're absolutely right. Why? Because, well, it's an opinion. It completely depends on who you're asking, right? It's not based on objective logic. And to do actual mathematics, we need a rock-solid, unambiguous foundation.
So Section 1. What is a statement? This right here is the absolute core building block of logic, reasoning, and computer science.
Here's the golden rule. A mathematical statement is simply a sentence that can be classified as strictly either true or false. That's it. It has to be one or the other, but it absolutely cannot be both at the same time. There's literally no gray area here. No maybes, no it depends. It needs a definite truth value.
Now this is where it gets kind of interesting, and honestly, it's a super common point of confusion. We all know 2 + 2 = 4 is a true mathematical statement. But think about this second idea, 5 is greater than 10. You're probably thinking, wait, no way, that's completely wrong. And yeah, you're right, it is false. But here's the catch. It is still a mathematical statement. A statement actually doesn't have to be mathematically correct to be considered a statement. It just needs a definite truth value. And since we can clearly say that 5 is greater than 10 is strictly false, it perfectly qualifies as a mathematical statement.
Moving right along to Section 2, Simple versus Compound Statements.
So a simple statement contains just one single assertion, like 7 is an odd number or 10 is divisible by 5. Pretty straightforward, right? But you know, logic rarely stops at just one idea. That's where compound statements come in. They combine two or more simple statements using connecting words. For example, 3 is a prime number and 4 is even. Because both of those individual statements are true, the entire combined compound statement is true too.
And honestly, this is exactly why this topic is a total game changer. You're not just learning this to pass a math test. These compound statements, they're the exact logic loops that power our modern world. We're talking higher mathematics, computer programming, artificial intelligence, and literally the digital circuits inside the device you're using to watch this explainer right now. Every search engine uses these logic statements internally to make decisions.
All right, let's keep building that logic toolkit with Section 3, Universal and Existential Statements.
Let's break down the difference here. Universal statements claim that something is true for a whole group, for all elements of a set. The big keyword to look out for is all. Like, all even numbers are divisible by 2. That is universally true. You might also see words like every or each. On the flip side, we have existential statements. These claim that at least one specific element exists that makes the condition true. Like, there exists a number x such that x squared = 4. That's true, right? Because x could be 2 or -2. Your keywords here are there exists or at least one.
Okay, Section 4, Mastering Logical Connectives. Think of these as the glue that holds our statements together.
Our first connective is the conjunction, or as we usually call it, and. It's represented by a little upward-pointing symbol. Now, the rule for and is incredibly strict. A compound statement using and is true only when both individual statements are true, period. So if statement A is it is raining and statement B is it is cold, the compound statement it is raining and it is cold is only true if both of those things are actually happening right now. If it's raining but it's warm out, the whole statement falls apart and becomes false.
Now compare that strictness with disjunction, or, which uses the downward-pointing V symbol. The or connective is way more forgiving. It makes a compound statement true if at least one statement is true. So take the phrase, it is sunny or it is raining. If even just one of those conditions is true, say it's just sunny, that one true part saves the whole thing and the entire compound statement becomes true.
Our third core connective is negation or not. This one is super simple but absolutely crucial. It literally just reverses the truth value of a statement. So if your statement is, it is raining, hitting it with a negation turns it into, it is not raining. Simple as that. True becomes false and false becomes true.
Section 5, Decoding Truth Tables. Let's see how mathematicians and AI developers map all this out.
Think about a truth table for the AND operation we were just talking about. It perfectly visualizes that strict rule. If you have a scenario where statement A is true and statement B is true, the result is true. But watch what happens the second a false gets in there. True and false? False. False and true? False. False and false? Definitely false. This simple, elegant grid is basically a giant puzzle piece used heavily in programming logic and electronics to process complex decisions.
And finally, Section 6, Exam Tricks and Mistakes. Let's get you ready for those board exams. All right, here are the major pitfalls you absolutely need to avoid on Test A. Mistake number 1, confusing opinions with statements. Remember our chocolate ice cream example? Mistake number 2, not checking truth values carefully. Do not forget, a false statement is still a valid mathematical statement. Other big traps include mixing up that strict AND logic with the forgiving OR logic, swapping the definitions for universal and existential, or just straight up ignoring the negation rules that flip everything around.
To make sure you dodge those mistakes entirely, I'm going to give you a foolproof 5-step mental checklist. Step 1. When you read a sentence, just ask yourself, can it be strictly true or false? If yes, it's a statement. Step 2. Spot your connectives. And or not. Step 3. Match words like all or every to universal statements. Step 4. Match there exists to existential statements. And step 5. If a compound statement is playing tricks on you, just draw a quick truth table. I'm telling you, these steps are a real game changer for your speed and accuracy.
Once you really get these statements and truth values down, proofs and logical reasoning become so much easier. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a kind of wild thought. If all digital technology, search engines, and advanced AI are ultimately built on these simple true and false mathematical statements, how close are we to creating machines that can reason exactly like human mathematicians? It's pretty crazy to think about, right? Well, if this explainer helped you understand mathematical statements easily, then like the explainer, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. Let's make maths logical, simple, and fun together.